Okay, here's my Lab 4 submission. So, basic layout. We have this gray wire here is functioning as my X, and you can see the gray wires are going to the specific poles. Stupid thing's not focusing right. Let's see. So, X here, we have X go to J1 and K1 over there on the other side of the dual flip-flop, JK flip-flop. We have the white wire here is my clock, or not my clock, I'm sorry, my reset or my clear. That's going on the first set, clear here on this pin, and clear over here on this pin. Alright, so those are my two inputs. My outputs, I have 4 LEDs. I've used the first 3 here, and I finagled a fourth LED for to try to simulate that AND circuit. These 2 yellow wires are the sets that we aren't using, so those are on the low rail. So this first LED here is going to be my X input. This should turn on when X is on. The second LED is my Q1, so this purple wire is going to be my Q1. This green wire here is functioning as my Q2. And these 2 green wires here and here is functioning as my Q1 and Q2. Well, this is my Z. So it is Q1 naught and Q2 naught equals Z. So in order to figure that one out, I use the Q2 over here. Q2 is going to the low side of the LED through a resistor, so that should function when that's low. That's considered Q2 high, or Q2 not high. And then this is just wired to my Q1 not. So when Q1 not is high, this should be high. That should do it. So we're currently on right now, no LEDs. Oh, and right over here is my clock. This momentary switch will function as my clock. As you can see, the clock is causing LED number 3, which is Q2, to flash. So when X is off and my reset is off, if I push the button, Q2 is doing its thing. So if we turn on the reset, so reset high, Q2 functions as high. Hit the clock, nothing changes because the reset is set to high. Now, turn on X. X will light up. Start hitting the clock. Very hard to see, but my Q1 is in fact flashing. See if we can get a little closer. So see when that's clocked, the Q1's on. And then if we flip this up, so now both inputs are high. Q1 is flashing on the clock. And, oops, hit the wrong one. Stupid fat fingers. There we go. Let's turn X back on. Okay. And then, unfortunately, I don't know if it's a function of whether I'm not doing this NAND gate right, or there's just not enough battery to make it to this LED or something. But it's not turning on, and according to my chart, when I'm hitting this momentary switch, the Z LED should be functioning in relation to Q1 and Q2 not being on, which it isn't. So maybe something wrong with my wiring, but as far as you can see, most of the other LEDs are doing their thing, and it looks like everything's wired up.